I mean, we had an interview scheduled, and I think
they may still
call in. We got some wires crossed. No big deal. We're easygoing. But we have an infestation of poop gnats that are back in here, and they are everywhere. Your plant is dying.
Now Sam watering it? Is this like a Dwight Schrute?
Sam was watering the plant. Now and then
we start seeing what happened to everything.
And then this morning, you and I get here a little before you. I got here early. I like to do my emails in silence.
Yeah.
Like even I don't chirp in the mornings. It's crazy. Like you wouldn't even believe it if you saw it. I sit here silently and I just go through my checklist of all the stuff I want to do. So I get it all done, and then I went in there and I took and right around the time that you come in, you'll start rolling in like right around like 8:45 ish.
Yeah.
But I've been here since like maybe 8:20, 8:30, right?
Yeah.
And when I get here, the first thing I do is I take my third Constitution of the day because I take two. I take two at the house.
Okay.
I get up.
Yeah.
I get up and I take one immediately when I get up. Like when I rise, as soon as
Right
I sit up
rise?
in bed. Look, I sit up in bed like a Dracula. As soon as I sit up in
You're
bed,
Poo-Poo Dracula?
like I'm a Ducula, Count Ducula. So I come up, I sit up, and I look at everybody. And even if my wife's there, I'm like, I'll kiss her. I'll be like, gotta go. And I go right to the bathroom.
Okay.
Then I get done with that. Then I go downstairs. I have a J-Rob smoothie.
Okay, that gets it going.
And for those of you that are health nuts, like I'm obviously a health nut. You can look at me and tell. I have PB2. I have some whole milk. I have some ice. I have some spinach. And then I put a big scoop of J-Rob vanilla protein powder in there.
Okay. You like the vanilla?
I like
chocolate.
I like the vanilla. And then after I drink that, I sit and I scratch Dansby the dog for like a good 5-10 minutes. Throw the ball.
Then the fuse is lit.
And then the fuse is lit. Yeah. And then I go to the bathroom. That's the second Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
Then I get
I call that the big Rob.
So you take a big Rob, and then I get here around 8:20, 8:30, and then for some reason, as soon as I walk in, I have to go the third time. I go to the bathroom, blow it up, come back, and then today you came in and immediately, I'm saying seconds after I blew it up, seconds after, you're still hot in there.
Because my fuse had been lit since I was dropping the kids off. I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
And then you ran right into the bathroom, and what did I say to you when
you're
like,
I'm sorry. Yeah. Then I'd, sit, and then it was humid in there.
It's
like a sauna.
It's a great test.
Yeah. But then
it's like Navy SEAL training.
But then after that, it stunk up the whole office. And you were even saying there at lunch, you're like, it stinks in here. And I'm like, I don't know what happened.
The whole studio's ruined. I still smell it right now.
It stinks. It's real bad.
It smells like it didn't get. And I'm trying to not be gross. It smells like it didn't all go away. That's what it smells like. It smells like it's still here.
So something happened.
Something.
And then that brought the doo-doo gnats.
And now the gnats are back. Now it's just you and me. I have not peed with the door shut since Sam left. And I have not washed my hands after using the restroom since Sam left. Not even one time.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed the paper towels are full.
Oh,
they're backing up in there.
We're saving money. We are saving money.
Although I did take the trash out, and then I realized the whole trash is full. And you're just talking about there's flies flying around back there. I don't know. Sam was taking up the trash too.
I was asking her. I was asking her to put it on the top of her car that she would drive it down.
Oh, that's going to be
apartment
complex.
Raise your hand if you're in your car right now. You live in an apartment complex, and you know what it's like to swing your trash on the top of your Kia Sophia and drive it down to a dumpster.
And the dumpster's already full and overfilling, like falling out.
And you don't know the rules.
And then you just put it on top and it rolls out.
Well, you don't know the rules either. Like for the longest time, even now, as I said, I don't know the rules on public dumpsters, and I'm afraid to be caught throwing stuff in there.
I
don't know the rules on. No,
the rules you're not supposed to do it, but
I'm too scared.
You could do it.
My dad scared me good. My dad really scared me good.
You could do it. I've loaded full washing machines in there. like industrial things that should like renovating our house. I was loading wood and nails.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can do anything.
I cannot tell a lie. Well, I can, but I try not to. I would put full car batteries into the compactors around town. I just toss it in because I don't, and I know what you're thinking. Why not take it to Batteries Plus? Why not take it to like AutoZone or something and recycle it? I'm too lazy.
I knew the answer.
I am too lazy. Motor oil in the aquifer, I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
It can't hurt that much.
What I like to do with motor oil, for
oil
while,
is natural.
For
It
a
comes
while,
from the
it
earth.
comes from the earth.
It's dinosaur bones.
For a while, I'm just returning them to their resting place. Who disturbed these resting dinos?
You know why I don't care about throwing oil into water anymore?
I don't know. Is this a bad segment, right? Is this our A material?
Is that, remember, what the hell was that thing called? Event Horizon or whatever, with that oil?
You got it right.
Was it Event Horizon? No, I think that's a movie.
Was that not the BP oil spill?
Yeah,
where you could watch this. They had a camera that you could go to, and every morning I'd go to the camera, and I'm like, yep, there's
we
still
were on the radio.
50 million gallons of oil spraying into the ocean.
Yeah, every 10 seconds.
So,
it was like, I mean, the thing was as large as this room, and it was gushing out. I mean, you're right, like 50 million barrels of oil
and we would watch,
a minute
so
or whatever.
You and I were disgruntled at our day jobs, so we would walk in the morning, I'd have a coffee, you'd have a Mountain Dew, and you'd sit down, and I'd sit down, and I'd be like, hey, you want to see how many gallons of oil are being pumped in the ocean? And sure, we'd load up the BP oil spill camera.
We're just watching, oh my God.
We'd be like, wow, still going.
And it went on for months, right?
I think,
and then you put a dome. I think they just stopped filming it.
How'd they put a dome on it?
That was a lie. I think it's still going on.
Yeah, because they were like, it seemed like for a while we were like, there's no way we can make a dome that can capture. And then one day they're like, we got the dome. Hold on a second.
We put it over. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Where's the camera? I want to see the dome on camera with no oil squirting out the bottom.
It felt very much like your dad took the dog for a drive.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they came back and like, where's the dog? You know,
I left it in a ranch.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's fine.
He's in I brought it over to the country, and he's got a huge field.
I took it to a candy warehouse, and he's just sitting there eating his fill every minute of the day.
That Event Horizon is still going off. You're right. Because there was no photos of it after.
Hold on, should I look this up?
Or I just didn't care once they said the dome was on.
Event.
That's a movie. I think it was called something.
It was the 1997 film. So BP oil spill cam. What if it's still going? And what if this time? Oh yeah, oh yeah, ice cream good. What if it's a cam girl now? Here's the high def. Oh yeah, here's the camera we used to watch.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Oh, look at it go. And fish are just swimming through like, what the hell?
Oh, it got darker.
Oh, my God. And they have like one little, it's like an old rope tied on there. Anyway, it's done. They did something to it. Hey, you want to do some voicemails, buddy?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. If you have a voicemail message or an email, show@tomanddan.com. I do have a couple of emails. I guess we could do both. We could do emails and voicemails.
Okay.
Let's go with this email here. This is from Scott. He says, I listened to the ACT episode where Cadillac Pat admitted his spelling deficiencies, particularly his newfound understanding of the difference between dinner and diner. I, too, ran into this exact conundrum during our third grade spelling bee. I was 7 years old. What's Pat's excuse? That's not very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Pat's known for his extreme intellect, right? He's a smart guy and a nice man.
You know, I'm trying to explain this to Tommy because Max does better in school than Tommy, right? And
which is honestly a nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a nothing. My friend Dave was the worst student. He's my smartest friend.
Yeah.
By far.
And I try to explain to Tommy, I'm like, well, there's a difference between grades and intelligence, and there's a lot of factors, and some people's brains work differently than other people's. And I try to explain, school, they had to standardize it so that we had some universal way to educate the population, right? That's why there's all these tests and stuff, and they had to make it some sort of standardized so everybody's not getting different education.
It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. And I'm a bad test taker because of anxiety. I couldn't really take tests, so it wouldn't matter if I had the information in my brain or not. I'd get so nervous I couldn't tell you what I knew.
Yeah, and I'm trying to explain, mostly this is just, can you learn to learn? Right?
Sure.
And it's it doesn't matter whether or not you remember this or you ever use it.
This father thing is making you more gay. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
And I like it.
And
anyway, I forgot my original point, but basically,
did you forget it when you were helping Tommy?
This is exactly how the conversation works. And then I'm like, where am I?
Then Tommy's like, well, what were you trying to really echo here, or what were you really trying to hammer home?
Well, I guess the main point
Well,
is...
we were saying Max does a little bit better, and
Well,
that you were trying to like help him feel not like.
Max's brain works differently. It doesn't necessarily mean he's more intelligent. It just means that it's your brain.
And what even does that mean? More intelligent? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, and
like how do you even grade that?
There's like IQ scores. There's I guess like problem solving. And I told him too is like if you can get good enough at like problem solving, like that's a very good skill to have.
I've been hammering home with Maisie. Yeah. Because it's how I live my life. Context clues.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's what we're working on. I live my entire life. You live most of your broadcasting life on context clues. Read the room. What's that person's name? Look for their name tag. What, like, you know what I mean? Like, always using what's around you. Like, if you're reading a book and the protagonist is being talked about in there, but you don't really know their name, use what you know and all of the processes within the world to try and grab that and figure it out without having to look it up.
Okay, yeah.
Context clues.
I like that.
This might be our guest.
Oh.
Let's see here. Is this Michael?
What?
Hello? Is this?
No, sir.
Michael, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Is this a new voicemail thing? Michael, no.
Oh, no, we're looking for Michael. Sorry, we had a guest scheduled.
What's your name?
Oh, this is LJ, South Carolina.
Oh, LJ, we talk to you all the time, buddy. What's up?
Yeah, hey, guys. Oh, am I the only one that looked at Tom's pictures of his trip, walking through those little crevices, thinking of that movie, 96 Hours? Somebody was going to get pinched and somebody was going to have to hack Tom's arm off with a Leatherman?
No.
It's is it 96? It's 127 hours,
yeah,
right?
96 hours. Yeah.
You cut it short.
You must have watched it on TV.
I don't know.
I did make that joke, LJ, many a times with my family, and then explained how a real man cut his own arm off
with a Leatherman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you cut your arm off with a Leatherman?
Well, I've thought about it when I watched that movie. And
Have you ever harmed yourself?
No.
You ever cut yourself?
I love myself too
I cut
much.
my arm one time just to see if I could do it.
Yeah, that's what crazy people do.
Well, no, I say crazy people do it because they like the feeling of it. I just wanted to see if I had the chutzpah to take a blade and just kind of sink it into my arm a little, just till I got some blood. Just to see if I could do it. Does that make me crazy?
No, well...
Because I did do it.
The Native American in the movie Predator cut his chest.
Yes.
As a
sign. I thought he was letting the blood smell out to the predators, like, come and get me, mother effers.
Yeah, so he could see you. You didn't need to do that because he could see the infrared anyway. Yeah. Like, he didn't need the red blood. Oh, he's an alien. Anyway, you brought up life lessons.
Yeah, sorry. We're jumping all over the place.
So this is a lesson that Tommy retained and then spouted back at me.
Oh, I love that.
And you'll be bothered greatly by this one. This happened yesterday.
You'll be bothered greatly by this story.
Crystal, I wrote this down to talk about it on the Friday Free Show, but I'll just mention it now because it ties in. So Crystal, for a long time, has been doing the joke where, like, if the car is sitting there and she's waiting for me and, like, the car's on, that I'll open the passenger door to get in and then she'll start driving forward. And then do the move where you, like, open the door and then you start driving forward and then I have to, like, walk and then try to get
Dan Dennis' favorite. And my dad would do it all the way down the road until my mom's like, come on, Dan.
Yeah. She does the come on, Dan.
Look at this bitch.
Yeah. And then when my kids were young, they used to be like, no, let him in. You know, they felt empathy for me. But as they got older, they laugh and laugh.
You now, yeah.
They get the joke now. But when they were young, Tommy's like, don't do that to Dad. And, like, you wouldn't get it.
It's a better time.
So anyway, yesterday, Crystal proclaimed that we're going to Jeremiah's for a treat because
hell yeah.
The boys.
See, I want to be in Europe.
Oh, we're
Crystal
treat
Jeremiah treats. I ain't get no treats.
We're all treats.
Oh my God, Andrea's no treats.
Everything's a treat.
No, the only treat we get is if Andrea can find a coupon.
Too many treats. But anyway, so. The boys did good on their report card,
nice.
So Crystal's like, we're going to celebrate with some treats.
Scoop Froggy Frog. I still smell the bathroom, by the way.
Yeah. It stinks so bad.
And
the flies are so much.
I can barely see you.
So
Can
anyway.
you see the flies on camera?
So, but she's in the driveway yesterday, and she's driving my truck. And
that's your first problem. A real man never lets his lady or his old lady drive his truck.
So I come out later. The boys are already in the truck, and Crystal's driving.
But why are you going so slow? Do you have to poop?
No, I forgot why. I was just the last person out. And then I get out. I open the door, and then Crystal does the move. But she's now doing it in reverse. So the door's open. She starts to reverse it. It gets jammed into her car door.
Oh, man.
Right? And
okay,
then,
yeah. You
and
can't
then
be monkeying around. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And
she's totally okay with it? Oh, my God.
No. I was like, stop! And I screamed, and she jammed, and she bent her door, and then it bent mine a little bit. And then she's like, oh, and then she had to immediately pull up, and then I was like, you bent the door.
Oh, I thought you called her a bitch.
No,
you bent the door. You bent the door is what he said.
I didn't even scream it. I was like, look what you did.
Yeah.
I was like,
all for a joke. All for a joke.
All for a joke.
Yeah.
And then
You're no different than Dan that I work with. Did you tell her that?
And I get in the car, and then I'm like, you got to do it driving forward. You could have chopped my fingers off. Like,
yeah, but the car is like screwed up now.
It definitely bent, dented her car and a little bit of my door. And then
no big
she
deal.
brought up
who cares? It's just a car. We're not paying for it.
She brought up the point that my truck has dents all over. I wouldn't even care about the dents. I was just like, look, it's irresponsible.
You're paying for it. So all you're doing, if you don't fully own it, all you're doing is just depreciating it.
Oh, it's depreciating.
Oh,
God.
Yeah.
Oh, I try. My seats are all sun-faded, and then it's wax is spilt all over the carpet at the back. It's already depreciated. I've already ruined it. But anyway, the point being that
what did Tommy say?
So I was essentially, Crystal's like, don't.
You're irritated.
I was irritated at Crystal, and I was openly saying, this is irresponsible. Did you see what Mom did? I was trying to tell the boys.
You're trying to lower her rating in front of the boys.
And then Crystal's like, whatever, it's no big deal. She's like, I'll pay for it.
That's what you normally say. That's what you said to my scooter that you did.
And I'm like, it is a big deal.
You're taking my role.
But so then Tommy's like, wait a minute. You said life is about people's intentions. Because I tell him this all the time. I'm like, intentions are everything. If I tell Tommy I'm like, if someone crashed my car, do you think I'd be mad? And then he'd be like, yes. And I'm like, well, it depends on why they were driving it. Did they drive it to
were
go
they
get
drunk
it washed?
trying to get home to see their sons that they love?
Were they trying to do me a favor and like take my car to get detailed as a favor, and then some car hit them? Because then I'm not going to be mad.
But that's not what happened here. She was still like She was monkeying around.
But I said, well, then he was like, she did it as a joke, and it was an accident.
Yeah, but she took the joke too. You don't need to be joking all the time.
But I was like, well, she was being irresponsible with the joke, and therefore my anger is warranted. Because this wasn't a pure accident. This was an irresponsible joke turned into an accident.
Right.
And she.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you you're the one that pulled the door too far.
Well,
you can make an argument. I mean, I could make an argument.
Well, I didn't know she was going to start backing
up. I understand, but I can make an argument on Crystal's behalf because I don't think it's fair for me to go in on her. She's not here to defend herself. But I can make an argument as another sensitive person that you weren't paying attention, and I know you don't pay attention. And when you opened the door, you opened it too wide. If you just opened it and you were protecting her car to begin with, you would have just slipped in, and even if she had gone back, you wouldn't have jimmied it between the cars.
That probably is true, except for the fact that I wasn't expecting her to start reversing, doing the joke, which caused the door to jam into her.
She's done that enough that you should expect that.
Never in reverse, always forward. And the joke would, like, she would be waiting for me on the street, and I go to get in or the parking lot, and then they move forward. And
the chat room thinks you should do more car pranks. They like the car pranks. Here's one on tech. Let's try this one. Kind of ties in, I guess.
Hey guys, it's Big Rick. So I'm listening to Tom talk to Crystal and Sam on her very last Friday free show, quotation marks in the air.
Oh, yeah, by the way, everybody thinks Sam's coming back on April 1st. That's the thing now.
Okay, yeah, people think
it's become like Tupac's death now or something. You know, like it's become like, they're like, no, Machiavelli.
What would be the point of just so people are like, oh, yeah, and then it's like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
I'll just say it so we get more downloads April 1st, I guess.
You'll have to find out.
But if we got 10 million downloads it doesn't really change because if the next one is the same, like one explosion of downloads, like, but why would non-listeners listen to the show just for a thing that they don't even know about? Anyway, think about it.
Oh, the chat room's making fun of me for mispronouncing Machiavelli. I said Machiavelli.
About technology and all this other stuff, and I just want to say that when my grandfather was 86 years old, he went to classes to learn how to use a computer back in the 90s. And he passed the class with straight A's. And he was 100% self-motivated and learned everything to then come home and teach me how to use the computer as well, even though I already knew how to use it.
But I think it was a different time because you got to think of the computer as being like a new device.
Yes, it went from nothing to computer, and to learn how the basics of a computer, I understand. And then, but every single month, technology changes, and especially every year, and you got to keep up with it. So if you're not doing continued education, then, or you don't work in the tech industry, how the hell are you going to know 5 years from now how to use a particular program or whatever?
Yeah.
You'd have to just continue to go to school or self-educate. I mean, through the internet, everybody can educate themselves how to do anything, but you'd have to be diligent and disciplined to
what's funny is we say that,
keep your education.
It almost becomes like the trainer scenario where it's like, I put a lot more value on teachers now than I ever have because, yes, we do have all of the knowledge right at our fingertips, but some people are poor teachers. Or some people need a trainer or need a teacher to stand behind them to show them the right process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's very rare that I find that friend that teaches himself something on his own through the internet.
Yeah.
I wish I saw it more. I've never met somebody that said oh yeah, I took an online class for coding and I made it out and now I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want to see that, and maybe it's still too new. I don't know.
But even if you did that coding would be obsolete in a year.
Well, I probably picked the wrong example with coding.
But or anything is kind of so my technology problems don't hinder me enough to motivate me to fix them. Right? They're just an annoyance.
Yeah.
And I fill my computer up and then all of a sudden it stops. Like my email's too full.
Do you know why you don't X things out though? You just don't think of it, right? It's not to go back to intent, but it's not like you leave the windows up with the preparation of ruining your computer.
No, I just jump to a new thing, and then I find out all of a sudden my computer's not working. I'm like, oh, I've got too many windows open. They're all trying to think at the same time.
That's why I think that that's why I think that training for this triathlon is important for you because it's showing you. It's getting you into a process. Yeah. Because the only step you need to fix that is at the end of whatever you're doing, just close it out. That's it. It's just exit out. And if you can just add that to your process, you'll fix the problem.
Yeah. But it's hard for people to not only change their ways, but to motivate themselves to do it
I know.
If you're not using it all the time. I try to teach my pop-up how to use email, and he wasn't interested. And I realized, he's in his 80s when I was trying to teach him. He's only got 15 years left. Or something maybe. And then he don't need email for the next 15 years.
Right.
It's not going to benefit him that much.
Yeah. We got to a point where I'm like,
what are we trying to do here?
Your time. I mean, unless you love it, and that's different. If you enjoy it, like Andrea's granddad. The dude's 100, and he's all into technology, and he's all into latest and greatest, and he'll talk about drones and computers and laptops and apps. But he enjoys it. My dad hated it.
Yeah, you're right. And do you want to do it? Because that's the whole thing in life.
Tell that to Tommy. Yeah, that's the lesson.
I'm trying to teach my sons. I'm like, if you don't want to do whatever you don't want to do, this is going to be a hard life or not that successful.
You got to find some stuff you love.
You find some stuff that interests you and that you're good at, and you'll be fine. And as long as you find that, and I really do think that's true, because if you're not into something, there's no amount of forcing your brain to try to be into it. You could try to get incrementally tiny bits better at it, but you're never going to be Like
I do feel
you're
like
never going to get into stock trading.
No, enjoyment is no. I won't. I don't enjoy it.
Even and you're never going to be disciplined enough to force yourself every morning to research an hour of stock trading. You're just like, it's not going to benefit my life enough to warrant that
Not
much
enough
work.
enjoyment.
Yeah.
Marie Kondo, right? I mean, a little
You got to
bit.
enjoy your damn life.
A little bit of that. You want to keep going, or should we take a break here? Either way, I'm fine with. I mean, if you want to roll.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, let's try this one right here.
Hey everyone, here's my triathlon time-saving tip for Tom.
This is the guy that's obsessed with your triathlon, and he calls in every day to give you like a new tip. So I've been weeding out the ones that, I do think that this one is helpful, and I would like for you to listen to this and then give me a reply on what you're doing.
Okay.
Today, it is, besides wear a swim cap, it is don't try to rewear your stuff. Tom, I'm with you, man. Like, if I wear socks for like 2 or 3 hours, I don't know, I'll just put them back on. T-shirt for a couple hours at night, I'll wear it a day or two. But when it comes to your training kit, your running shorts, your running socks, which hopefully should be in different socks, especially your cycling shorts, man, don't try to get too uses out of that. You can sometimes get away with washing it while you shower, like just stomp on it with the soap and stuff, but for the most part, man, don't do it. Don't do it.
He's saying wash your gear after every time you train.
Okay, all right. I'm not doing that.
Okay, but it's all about intent.
Yeah, just yesterday.
It's all about Tom's intent. He didn't intend to rewear this triathlon gear for. You've never washed it, have you? Have you washed it one time? How long have you been training? You've been training for months.
The bike shorts are in my truck from yesterday.
Bring them in. Can you bring them in?
Oh, yeah, I'll go.
You can probably call your truck and have them walk in.
All right, we're going to take a break and I can bring them to you and see if they stink.
Are they bad?
Because this guy's saying, yesterday, I think Crystal washed them one time, but I rode the complete.
You rode 15 miles yesterday.
No, 11.
Okay.
I rode past the bridge and back.
Okay, that's 12. That's 12 miles.
And,
or 11.
And I was sweat crazy because it's been hot.
It's really hot, dude.
Which is another thing I forgot that it was getting hotter.
Spring training was good, right?
Summer is coming, and you were like doing all this exercise, and the cool was so much better. Like yesterday, I was like, oh my God. And then
86 degrees yesterday.
Part of my training is I had to get off the bike immediately, change my shoes, and then take off running for 5 minutes, right? And then I'm gonna be like running. I'm like, I almost said I can't do this because like.
What do you mean? The whole thing?
Well,
you just gonna sit down on the? You gonna do like Kramer and fall asleep on the sidewalk outside?
Because after like a couple minutes into the run, I was like, oh my God, because I have
Where
to go.
were you?
I ran down to the lake, and then.
So you were just right out down here, like right in front of the lake.
And then I started running like I was gonna do around the lake.
Do you run with your shirt off so everybody can see you? Do you use a black grease pencil to write like inspirational phrases on your boobs?
It was just like this. But anyway, so I did a lot of sweating yesterday. I could bring in my bike shorts because I contend, why can't you wear them over and over? Like, is it just because of the stink? Like. And the stink.
Well, I think that's what he didn't really give me. An
well, yeah. Is it would give me a rash?
Sweat does not wash anything.
Because I wear my bike shorts over my boxers.
Well, you're not supposed to do that.
Why not?
I've been told this too.
But it's got foamy pads in there.
I too wear tidy whities under my bike shorts because I don't want to get the brown stripe of shame.
In the foam.
Yeah, I don't want to get brown. I don't want brown foam. That's everyone knows that's bad.
Yeah.
And
my butt is real bad.
Mine is a tapestry of nightmares. I haven't used that in a minute. So I wear tidy whities, then I put on my bike shorts.
Yeah.
Then I put on athletic shorts so I don't look gay riding in bike shorts.
Yeah. Me too.
Everybody does that. I wear 3 shorts. My ass. I wear a big DJ Fudge Butt ass. I become little DJ Fudge Butt, which is my new name for EJ. By the way, everybody start calling EJ DJ Fudge Butt. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get him a logo and everything.
Never call him his real name again.
Never call him Enos the Penis. He is now DJ Fudge Butt. But yeah, I wear 3 sets of shorts, and then everybody's like, all real cyclists are like, Daniel's an idiot. Daniel doesn't know what he's doing. I have one pair of original cycling shorts that I used when I was really riding every day. You don't want to look at that. You don't want to know what happened there, man.
It's full fudge butt.
Yeah, it was just terrible. It was just like, so yeah, I go through a series of steps and process. I have a process.
Well, here's the okay. We'll take a break. I'll go to my truck. I'll get my bike shorts from yesterday.
Okay.
They're still in the back.
Okay.
And then I'll bring them. And then you.
I trust you so much. I'll put my nose right in the. I will put my nose right in the crotch.
I didn't.
And I will draw an inhale like I'm smoking a Marlboro Red.
Because I sweat a lot yesterday. It was real bad. And then
right.
I didn't even take them off to run. I ran in
in
the diaper. Yeah.
Okay. Three shorts.
3 shorts because the training was.
You're probably carrying 20 pounds of sweat in your diaper.
I didn't have time because it was like get off the bike and start running, like to do interval to practice. That's what you have to do.
I'll sniff them good. All right.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more corporate time. We're doing straight.
This is the show people wanted. We're doing 90s radio. Are you gonna pay me like Mr. Beast?
It could be real bad. You may not. Hold on.
Dude, it can't be worse. I got a story that I'll tell you. I got a story. Oh, yeah, we're going to get more flies now. Flies in your eyes. Mr. Tom Van rules the skies. I don't know where that goes, but I'm guessing it goes Thursday. They might still be wet. That'd be pretty gross. All right. Merchman. Dan, got all the stickers. Oh, rad. Eric, awesome. And did you get the other one I sent you? The new one for Slambone, Where in the World is Slambone Fagarelli? Because that's going to be the next one. We got to figure that one out, too. Pabone knocked that one out of the fucking park, dude. He killed it. All right. That's 30 minutes. I did put it for Thursday 1?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll do Thursday 2 here.
10 minutes, and then we'll flip over and do Tito Ortiz.
yeah. But that'll be for next Monday.
Or Opie Ortiz will be?
Yes, because that's his show is April 5th.
5th.
Yeah, April 5th.
Yeah.
So that could be played next week.
Don't ever listen to me when I say any date. Just go, yeah, Dan, whatever, and then just say whatever you think. EJ wants to know, what was the other lyric to Flies in My Eyes, Mr. Tom Van Rules the Skies?
What other lyric? Like the other things?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's chinch in the yard, Mr. Tom Van sets the guard, which makes no sense.
It sounds good, though. I'm setting the guard, motherfucker.
Yeah, but it just rhymed with yard.
That's how Bubba worked, like you guys were working together, that's how he worked. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Bring us back. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. All right, so
Mr. Beast challenge.
I have.
Are you gonna pay me? You have to pay me no matter what, right?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Beast is too nice.
So what you do? He is too nice. So what you do is you put the shorts out there, and then you're like, if you smell these shorts, I'll give you $1,000. and then right before I do it, you bring in my family, and then they're looking at me, and they're like, he can't last.
Now, so this gentleman said only work out in your bike shorts once. Now, I worked out. It was 50 minutes. I'll look at my exact time because my
but when is the last time these have been laundered?
Yesterday they haven't been laundered. I don't know how many bike rides I went on them. It could have been multiple.
Well, do you wear these when you use your trainer at the house?
Yes.
So you've probably worn these, 10 times?
But Crystal washed them because she is like this caller. Yeah. She gets grossed out by me not washing my gym clothes.
Oh, my God.
And then
I have a hat.
And then she steals them and washes them. And I get mad. I'm like, where's my pants?
I have a bike hat that has so much salt sweat in it that it has salt crystals growing on the top of it. Seriously. That Andrea wants to wash. I'm like, don't do it. Don't you wash my sweat crystal hat.
So I'm looking at it right now. So yesterday I did 49 minutes on the bike, 49 minutes and 31 seconds. I did 10.5 miles.
That's good.
And then for run, I did 6 minutes at 0.59 miles.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I just ran down to the lake and then started running around it and then turned around and came back.
Okay, so now for these,
but I was sweat crazy.
Yeah.
And yesterday it was like 4:30 when I did this.
Should I smell the crotch, the butt? Where do I smell?
Well, I did have boxers on, but I can't believe you're supposed to wear. Here's the pads.
Yeah, you're supposed to be nude. You're supposed to have your boys and your butt on that.
On this pad?
Your butt, the BH. It goes right there.
Yeah. So,
and the boys go on the little, yes.
I see the taint pad, and then it's a gel high production.
Yeah, exactly. See that little, the thing in the middle is where you should go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So this has not been washed since yesterday, and then also maybe has multiple bike rides.
This looks like a job for Gag Man.
I mean, from right here, I can't even know. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I want to do this. I don't get grossed out by that stuff.
Okay.
All right, so do you want me to go this way, or do you want me to go in?
No, don't put in.
I was going to go in.
No.
I was going to go right on the.
No, come on. You're not Steve-O.
I'm going to do it.
No, don't do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go.
No,
Here we go. Ready?
It's disgusting.
I'm going to blow out like I'm taking a long draw of a weekend.
Was it bad?
I mean, it's not bad, but it's
okay.
It's not bad, but it's
not good.
It's like
it's not good.
It smells
yeah, like a gym locker,
like antique,
like dust.
Yeah, it
like a dusty antique store. What is that?
It smells dusty.
Yeah.
But dusty
goose. It stung my eyes a little bit.
Yeah, it's very dusty.
Yeah. But
why
how
is
could that be that bad?
It's just a smell. Why is everybody so gross out?
I know
gross.
It's like some chemicals that my body sweated out.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
I ate those things.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, we forget.
There's THC in
like,
there.
We'll say this is gross. Like I see the whole chat room. I'm grossed out. Like even Tracy's like, I'm grossed out. This is disgusting. It's like, do you realize what you put your face in and eat? Do you guys remember what you do on weekends? Sometimes during the week,
I tell my wife that all the time. She's like, I'll never use your toothbrush. She starts gagging. I'm like, do you know what you've done to me?
Yeah, the things that you guys do.
Yeah.
I know what you do.
For 20 years, you did the thing.
These are people that get drunk
and
puking all over the That's fine, but you can't smell some underpants?
Grow up, babies.
Yeah, you guys are a bunch of babies.
Yeah, I don't need to change these shorts. I got 2 or 3 more. Like, until they start stinking up the room, then you don't.
I wasn't gonna say this because I figured,
and I'm on my bike by myself, unless I'm like stinking up, like as I drive by, people are like, "Oh my god,
fart crazy." But no, mine that I wear on the Peloton because it's indoors. I feel like I get more out of that because you don't sweat as much being indoors. So I don't think I have a pair that I think I wear them weeks.
Yeah.
And then I just throw them when they get like, I don't know, a little like worn, or like I feel like I've got like maybe 5 or 6 rides on them. I put them in the. I was gonna say I put them in the trash.
Like,
I put them in the dirty clothes.
Sweat isn't really that gross.
I don't think it's gross either. And
like,
some people
number
like
1
it.
and 2, I can see like even 4 or 3.
Those all the numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. But sweat, which would be like a.
What is sweat?
That's a loose 7.
Yeah, I think
down
that is
the line.
7. Let's try. Let's continue with our voicemails.
Salt and water. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Let's try this one right here.
Hello, Tom and Dan. It's Canadian Josh. On the subject of people on their phones in public looking at inappropriate adult content, I was on a flight last week, and dude next to me was on his phone. In between texting with his wife, he would go to some other weird website, and he was sexting with somebody. This will be a corporate time, so I won't get too graphic with it, but going through the whole scenario, she was doing her thing, allegedly. He was talking to her as if he was pleasuring himself, and they went through the whole scenario right up to completion, and then he would go on this other porn website that I happened to catch. Was called Wife Lovers, and then in between that, he would text his wife, okay, dear, plane's getting ready to take off, love you. Sex with random person, and then going to Wife Lovers, looking at porn, and doing so with complete impunity. And I just can't imagine having the balls to do that. Also, when I'm flying and a nude scene comes on, I am respectful that other eyes might be watching it, and I will fast forward it. Anyway, just wonder what your thoughts were on that. I'll hang up and listen.
Well,
Love you guys.
You're a double dad, too. Like, you got multiple kids. You've been through it before. I think you're a good dad. I have yet to see anybody use adult content in public, which means I'm the guy that's doing it, right? Right? Like if I haven't seen it out there, then I'm the guy doing it.
Is Josh just straight up looking at this guy's phone? Why, like he's realizing what he's doing?
You wouldn't do that because you don't want to be caught.
Well, you could catch it out of the side of your eye or whatever. But how was Josh knowing that the person was sexting another person besides his wife?
I'm guessing he was sitting next to him.
But you'd have to be staring at someone's phone to
I don't
realize
do that.
all that.
I'm not
right?
that guy. Like I don't eavesdrop. I don't.
I mind my business.
Yeah, I kind of mind my business too.
Like I love minding my business. It's the best thing.
Well, it's easier. It's the easiest thing for sure.
Like
shutting up is a very well. I mean, people say it's not easy, but it is very easy to just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Scroll on. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and also it makes perfect sense. It's like, that's their business. This is my business. I don't care what they're doing.
Like,
I'm not
if I will mind my business, even to the point where if there's something going on and the people in front of me are having an altercation, they look at me and they're like, right? And I'm like, I look away. Like, I'm like,
I don't, yeah. Nothing.
You know what I mean? Like, there's the guy and he's in the line and he's having a problem, but he's like, well, this place has always been a dump. Isn't that right, little guy standing next to me covered in tattoos? And I'm like, I'm minding my business.
Yeah. If there's a car flipped over on fire and people are screaming help, I'm driving by.
I too drive by because I figure there are more capable people. There are more capable people.
Like, I'm gonna ruin this. Yeah. I'm gonna cause more harm than good. Get the guy behind me.
I do look around and see if people are on their phones, and if they do, I'm like, they got 911. They're on it.
Like, I assume they're not gonna want me to help them because no one wants that.
I saw a car one time on I-4. I was talking about this yesterday. I saw a car on I-4 going down I-4, the biggest interstate here in Orlando, and it's going I-4 eastbound, and it's in the right-hand lane, and it's just going down the road, and on the right side, on either side are just forests. Oh. And this car's just barreling down the road at like gotta be doing 80, and it just goes more to the right, off of I-4, through the grass, and then just shoots into the woods, and then just mows down all the trees in front of it and just disappears. And that's all. And it's gone. It's gone forever.
Keep driving.
And I just kept driving. Andrew was with me, and I'm like, well, nothing can be done. And they just went. And it was so smooth. There was no explosion. There was no. You didn't hear anything. It was just like you saw the car just go into the woods, and I was just like, well, he's gone. He's in space now. He says he's with God now.
And shouldn't we just be fine? You don't always have to be the hero. Someone's going to do it.
That's what got us into this mess. Everybody tried to be the heroes. If we had less heroes, we'd probably be okay right now.
Leave everybody up to their own business. Leave them alone. Nothing can be done.
That's what I say. Leave them alone. We got to get out of here. Let's plug some stuff.
All right. Tickets are still for sale for our 10-year anniversary show in Sanford, so you can get that at tomanddan.com. BDM Appreciation Week is coming up April 15th through the 20th, and the 20th we're doing a party just for BDMs.
But you can still sign up to be a BDM at tomanddan.com/registration.
Yep, you could book our Air T&D, which is our Airbnb that's themed like Tom and Dan. That's in Sanford, walking distance from the West End.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible to all the bars and bar
partners.
You too
can book it and complain crazy.
Yeah. We do have cheaper rates now.
Yeah.
We flipped a switch and there's like
it's the Air T&D now with riffraff.
It's caused a lot of problems. The cheaper you make things, the worse the customers. You hear that, Walmart? They know.
They took the gamble. They took the gamble.
Yeah.
Paying off for him.
The Waltons don't have to go there.
Well,
They're
he's
getting rich.
He's dead.
Anyway, all right, bye-bye.
All right, nice. We got 10 minutes before our guest.
Perfect.
Good job, buddy. That's funny.
These shorts do stink.
They're not. They don't smell like BO though. They just smell like antique store.
It is though. Kind of gross, but not so bad that I would say this is. You're an animal.
Oh, I forgot to tell you my story. There was a shit shack at one of these. I called it the gag shack in front of Maisie. There's a gag shack, and it was like just a one-holer at a state park. And I had to pee, and we drove to the state park, and we go into the thing. I've never had this happen before. I went in to pee. It was so strong that I started tearing up and crying, and then I started gagging, but I'd already started peeing.
Because it's just a hole full of shit.
It's just a hole full of shit, and I started peeing, and Maisie.
Yeah, those are bad.
Maisie was cry laughing, and Andrea was pee. She started peeing because she was laughing because they were hearing me gag. So when I came out of there, I wanted Andrea to try. So the whole trip, Maisie's begging Andrea to go in there. Maisie's like, please go in there. I want to see how mommy reacts. We get back there, and Maisie's like, yes, we want to. All Maisie would talk about is the fucking gag shack. Gag shack. So finally, we get back to the gag shack. We did our hike. We're back. Maisie's like, will you go in? We send Andrea into the gag shack. It had been cleaned. Smelled like a guy while we were on the hike.
Let's talk about that because it's funny because in Moab and then all these national parks that we ever go into, the bathrooms are so bad that you can't even smell them if you're downwind, like even 30, 50 feet away. It stinks so bad. It's real bad.
This one had a pipe on it, like almost as if that it was like a blow-off valve for gas. Or for like methane or something.
And I'm fine. Like tickets were only $10, and like tickets are cheap. Like
$5.
If you want to raise the prices $5 to have some, I guess the problem is running plumbing to there. Like they have to run it. I forgot what the.
No, they couldn't.
It's like a porta potty. It's a hole in the ground.
It's all rocks.
But then they just pump out the shit every once in a while. But if that shit gets full, it's real bad.
And then they get like a truckload of people like going there. For their
that's all state parks are like that. Sometimes you get like the ones with real plumbing and shit.
It was so strong. I'd never smelled anything like that. It made me cry and laugh at the same time. And then I was doing Gag Man, and I started. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up, and there's nothing I can do. I was like, I couldn't see. And this should be a call. So let me use the restroom real fast while we're waiting on him. And that's the last thing of the day, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're just going to do this for Monday, and then that's it.
And then just an intro for tonight.
Yep. What's going on Twitch? Dollar Lou? What is that? It's the dark one. Quit putting your names in dark purple. No one can see that. See EJ Chungus. Don't take the power away, EJ. Toy wrestlers. Shred
Bear?
Shred Bear. I knew that one. Why they make the font purple? It blends into the background.
Some of it's blue on blue. Like BDM Casey, I can't even see from here.
Okay,
It's impossible to see.
You guys are fucking with
it's
me.
blue on blue. No, they don't get to pick that. I don't think they get to pick it. I think it's random.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it should all be white.
Yeah, get it together. Yeah, or make it bright yellow. Highlighter yellow so I can see. So it's a contrast.
Tracy is pink. Fresh Gardenias is purple. BDM Casey is almost the same blue as the background. So we're like,
yeah. There's no way I can even see that.
And DJ Axis is worse. DJ Axis 80, your font, you're. I can't even see. I can see your name, but I can only see the 80. It is crazy. You can change your color. Oh, that's funny. Did not know that.
So Opie's calling us, right?
Yep. Opie is calling us. Talked to Dom last night.
How many scam texts do you get? Because
text.
My number
depends
is
on
up
the day.
a lot.
It depends on the day.
I just got one this morning. It said, "Hi, Namey from AOL Jobs in the U.S. Are you interested in a remote position?" Like, what is that?
Right or back. Say, I am. What's the starting salary?
Okay, I'm putting back I am.
I
think that probably just got me into some.
Yeah, I think you're in the lottery. Now you're in the system.
Since I replied, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I still get them. I got a lot in the mountains. Like because it was weird. Like because there's bad service there, so it'd be like I'd be sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'd get like 25 scam texts. They'd like all come through. Shred Bear, you are now green. EMH82, you are now purple or pink.
See the other scam text I got. Oh, here, this one.
Mine are all like sex.
It's Kim. Just added $500 to your online account. Confirm balance by 3/21. and then has some link that I haven't.
Oh, definitely click the link. And then when they ask for your password, put it in. My mom was doing that a little before she passed. We started catching her, like falling for almost everything known to man.
There's another. Hi, it's Tina. According to our records, you may still have $6,400, but they put the actual money sign at on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that.
And then subsidy, was it card ready for redemption, claim by 3/19, and then no link. So they just send these to hoping that people click on the link. But what is the link? Like, I'm dying to know.
Click it.
Yeah,
you got an Apple phone. What's it going to do? It's probably just going to put some...
the other person texted me. It said, we're offering part-time, full-time jobs that take 30 to 60 minutes.
Should you send it to Sam?
Earn an income of $100 to $300 salary.
Gee, $100, $300?
It's paid daily.
$300 daily?
For 30 to 60 minutes of work. I'm going to put, I'm in.
Yeah, say, how do I sign up? I'll give you my credit card number.
All right. I put I'm in. Let's see what happens.
You ask ask them what their favorite porn star is.
No, I gotta. You don't know how to do that. I gotta pull them in.
Yeah, he's got to work with this lady or man for a while. It's a man, right? Indian man.
It's probably a bot right now. It's probably AI until they get the real lead.
You think you could figure out
when it switches over
if it's AI or not?
Yeah. Well, once, like, if you ask AI writes too elaborate responses.
It does.
Then
They're
that's
terrible.
how you could tell.
They're terrible.
You could tell. You need a dummy human
to make it human. You need to make it human.
Yeah, you could tell when a dummy human was writing it because you're like, oh yeah. The AI is too elaborate. It's like the responses are too eloquent. And
they're too wordy. Like, they say things that they don't. It's almost like if you wrote really well, you would write like AI.
Yeah. Circle talking.
It's too much. No, but not circle talk. I don't mean that as a diss. I mean that like this man was thorough. You're very thorough.
I took it like that. And, that's fine.
You're like, I took it like that. Fuck you. Yeah, SJ is saying that the AI customer service bots are way too friendly and chummy.
Yeah. You're like a real human hates their life. That's what I need.
I've been getting really good customer service lately, though, from, I don't know if it's AI or whatever it is, but lately when I've been interacting with people, it's been working really well. Stripe was really good. That thing that I was handling over the break, they're good, man.
Well, again,
but they're like real
based on the business. Who's using Stripe? A lot of businesses.
It was all real humans.
You know, they're doing subscription-based stuff, so it's very small.
We're their smallest customer.
Yeah,
but
like the customer service for who's that company that calls us all the time that old people can't figure out how to use their modems?
Oh, Signal Touch.
Yeah. So that customer service is probably going to be worse, way worse, based upon the customer.
Yeah,
and
true.
That's,
yeah, the Stripe guys were I had to get some stuff done, and they actually replied to me.
Oh, can the person in charge send you a list of available positions and their salaries on WhatsApp?
Oh, that's how they get you. They love to be on.
See,
WhatsApp is the first sign of a scam, by the way.
If you're suitable for
If they ask you to switch over to WhatsApp, that's...
Okay, what is that?
I don't know what it is, but I
use WhatsApp.
I know, but any article I read says if they want you to get that... For whatever reason, I think it's harder for the government to... If they started stealing money from you, if you're on WhatsApp, it's damn near impossible to try and figure out who the person is because of the way it's encrypted, I think. And I may be wrong on that. Somebody in the chat room is going to say, yes, WhatsApp is the loophole of head. I think it's because the way that WhatsApp, like, if they were going to go back and look at the communication, you can't.
You can't.
It's just not a.
Okay.
That's why, like, Nazis use WhatsApp. You know, like, it's a thing. You know.
You're able to hide who you are more.
I think you are.
And through this text,
somebody help me with that.
There's a number.
Oh, BDMKC says WhatsApp encryption is second to none. So,
okay.
There you go.
I want to say I prefer to
keep it here because I like things to be less encrypted.
I'm gonna say I don't like Chinese websites. I gotta be, I gotta be a real American.
You're doing a character. You're doing a character. This is Patriot Tom. This is Tom Van American. Tom Van American.
I'll say I don't like those Chinese.
Don't trust them.
Websites.
And if this guy's Chinese, he really lit the fire under him.
I mean,
DeBerry Joe says, I use WhatsApp to chat with the Brazilian chick I banged on a cruise. DeBerry, I can always count on you for some really good quality comments. How long are we giving this?
I don't know.
I usually give it the 10, and then I call it.
Yeah. I think by 2:05,
because I have so much stuff to edit.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, well, sorry. Tracy uses WhatsApp for soccer team. I'm not saying it's not. It's great.
Yeah.
But I know why bad people use it is because their encryption is wonderful. Yeah. It's the same reason I think if you were a criminal, you'd want to use an iPhone, right? Because like Apple's got your back on encryption, right? Isn't that like the thing? Like you want the one.
It's hard to get into.
Yeah. And didn't the government say we want you to break these, and Apple was like, we won't do that.
Yeah, but I think they figured out how, and then
they were like, we don't need you anymore.
They stopped talking about it. But
yeah, they got real quiet.
It's just harder to find these scammers. I guess it's a lesson to if you don't know if you're getting scammed or not, and they want you to go to WhatsApp, that's a tell, right?
Yeah. All the articles.
So just be careful.
All the articles I read said that and this isn't what's happening here. It could be a variation of it, but
this is 100%.
But with elderly people, what they do is they get them to get to WhatsApp, and if they can get the old lady or man to WhatsApp, they feel like it's like we got you now.
Yeah. Well, because then all the scams, it's harder to prosecute or whatever. I mean, who knows? I mean, if you're in a different country, then it's probably doesn't matter.
How is soccer going, Tracy? How's that going? Oh, lordy. This time of day, I gotta figure something out. I wonder if I could go to bed earlier.
Well, it's probably the amount of caffeine we drink in the morning, then we crash around this time. Something like that.
How do you get off caffeine?
Ah, God.
I've never been fully successful. I've gotten it down to 1 cup of coffee. I've gotten it down to 1.
That's fine.
No, I'm not there now. I mean, like at my best, I got. Right now I'm like, I don't know, back to normal. Might as well have 2 a day, two Mountain Dews a day.
I don't think it's that bad. Obviously, someone would tell you they'd prefer you not, or a doctor would be like, well, it'd be better if you did this, but I don't know how bad.
My gastroenterologist told me not to do. He's like, it messes up your stomach.
Yeah, that's
But my stomach.
So much.
Yeah.
So much.
I want the good stuff to be easy. That's what I want. Good stuff's never easy.
I've heard conspiracy theories that these ones, I believe, that the pharmaceutical companies are trying to shut down peptides as like Ozempic or anything similar.
It's flipping them upside down.
Because they it turns out that they don't really do any long-term damage, and it's way better than being obese. And
at that point you're picking your battles. Sure. Yeah, if you have to pick between naturally staying at 400 pounds or getting the help you need to live a lot longer, but just have a little bit of like, I'm addicted to peptide. Whatever.
Yeah. So they, and then I guess the pharmaceutical companies are realizing that, and then they sell. It could be super detrimental.
Oh my God, SJ.
To your bottom line.
SJ drinks 4 pots of coffee a day. He's always got a pot on.
Some people are coffeemen. And
Jeff Howe was. I don't think he is so much now, but Jeff Howe used to have a pot of coffee on it all the time.
My father-in-law drinks coffee throughout the day, into the night. Like old people, and not to call him old, but he's older. Older people can drink coffee at like 10:30 at night. Like, I don't know how the fuck they do it.
I used to like it when I was
God
partying.
damn.
We go out to dinner.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase like where you go to a nice steakhouse, and then afterwards, like I always felt like I was better than you. Even went to some of these dinners, and I would order coffee, and I did that because I thought I was better than you.
But you're also you.
No, I would want
drinking
to be like,
alcohol,
and you'd like look at me, and I'd have my coffee. I'd be like, I'm way fancier.
And you want to stay up later to party and drink more, but these old people are drinking coffee and then immediately going to sleep, which is crazy. Like, how is the caffeine not getting them wired and making them not like stay up all night or like not be able to fall asleep? Yeah, I think it's probably your body's dying and it's just processing.
Well, I don't process caffeine or alcohol the same way anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like I have one beer now, and I'm like, hi, everybody. You know, like seriously.
I know.
And then the more I drink, I just stay at the same level of like consistently blasted. Like
one drip, 10, same thing.
Exactly, and then you just pour more on it, and then you just get more drunk.
Yeah.
All right, shall we? Oh, someone here? No. What? Let's check my phone. No, I got nothing.
Oh, they responded.
Nope.
This is not Chinese website. Our company is mainly based in U.S.
No, just say. Yeah, it sounds like it.
We are offering remote part-time job from home. Are you interested in more detail?
Me am interested in more detail. Me just not like using Chinese website.
I'm like, all right, this checks out now.
You got me. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get our guy today.
I was like, I typed in, all right, this sounds real now. And they know.
No, they don't know.
They don't know?
No, they don't know because they don't understand you're using
like sarcasm.
I mean, like to different nationalities, sarcasm is different.
Yeah.
I took a class on that. It's one of the most fascinating classes I ever took at Flagler College, where they were just teaching you the
difference in language. Yeah. I remember.
And how you get into trouble.
That was the only thing from college that you were excited
classes.
about.
Yeah.
You were like, hey, I learned this.
Sociology classes are fucking amazing about rituals, and like the human classes in college are amazing.
Yeah. Because they're
useless. I mean, it's interesting, but it's useless. Like you're not gonna like. I have this. Like I guess you could weaponize it, maybe. You know, if you knew how to manipulate people, like knowing certain things about their culture.
Yeah.
You know, like you could.
Dude, body language and shit like that, and like even different cultural things, and like
our politicians do it to us.
Yeah.
You know, they teach us. They know how to. You know. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but like you're seeing a lot more from anybody in politics right now. You're seeing like almost everybody like give their opponent, and this is not politics, I'm not talking politics, but like almost across the board in politics, almost everybody will give their opponent a bad name now, just because that's the way we do it now.
Oh, like
you would be
like Little Danny.
Yeah. That was good. You Little Danny, Little Danny.
Yeah.
There we go.
Trump started that, right?
Yeah. He did.
And then now they're all
everybody,
using it.
dude. It doesn't matter if you're the good guy, the bad guy, because that can mean that's that's both sides, right?
All right. This works.
Yeah, it works for everybody across the board.
Oh God, it shows how dumb we are. He called the other guy a name. Oh, I like him now.
Well,
how dumb are we?
I'm that guy too.
Who does it even matter? Like, should it just be your vote?
Think about it.
Vote for what's best for you. I don't know.
DJ Fudge Pants. There he is. DJ Fudge Pants.
It is more fun. It is more fun.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day, y'all. I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
With more of this.